Hey, it's Clay. I hope you're all doing well. Playing some more Battlefield 3 today, and got some defense rush on Operation Metro using the AEK-971, which might be my favorite assault rifle. I don't know if I would say that it's better than the M16, but it's my favorite. I really like the high rate of fire, and I find the recoil to be pretty manageable. I think I'm not using a foregrip in this game. I'm just using a flash suppressor and the square hollow. Foregrip might be a good choice. It does have some side-to-side recoil. But that said, I really like it. I think it's a sweet gun. I think at long range it works pretty well if you learn to control your bursts. My only main problem with it is that the reload time is kind of slow, and if you use the M16 a lot, you really get kind of addicted to that really fast reload time, and it's almost like it's not really something you think about. Like, I don't know, when you look at gun stats, most people look at fire rate or recoil patterns, and those are important, but I think reload time is kind of an underestimated factor. But this line of sight here on defense on rush is one of my favorites. If you know you have the long open hallway, if you know you have that covered and there's not immediate threats pouring down on you, this is such a great line of sight for that middle area. I really dig it. But what I wanted to talk about today is your enjoyment of Battlefield 3 as it relates to the in-game chat. Now, I am not somebody who plays a lot with friends, like people that I know. I don't have a lot of. I don't. I maybe have a couple of in real life friends that play Battlefield on PC, and we're not always on at the same time, and maybe they don't always want to play Rush. Um, so yeah, I find myself playing a lone wolf a lot, and so I kind of rely on the chat from time to time just to, sort of some basic tips if they're breaking through one side or if, something else is happening, and I'll get magnumed. But one thing I noticed is for some reason the in-game chat seems extremely negative. It's like the only people who write something in the in-game chat are people who are like super pissed about weapon balance, or they're raging about because they just got USAS'd or dart glitched, or they're extremely mad because their team sucks, so they just like criticize the heck out of their teammates. And I don't know, it just is. It seems to me like the Battlefield 3 in-game chat, and I don't know if it's always been like this or if I've just started to notice it more, but it is extremely depressing. And I've actually noticed I have a better time if I just turn it off, using I believe it's the H key to make it invisible. I don't know, it just seems to help me. But, I was thinking back. I was thinking back to other experiences, other games I've played. And I played a lot of Counter-Strike. And actually, the chat in Counter-Strike was pretty important, almost essential to, so people would be coordinating rushes, and or just people would be having a good time. I mean, the chat was huge, and people could be talking about PC stuff. They could be talking about their day. They could be talking about new games they're looking forward to, on top of in-game strategy. And the chat was always kind of a fun place to go to interact with people you're playing with. It was a good experience. You had relatively low amounts of people complaining about something that they don't like. But I don't know, for some reason in Battlefield 3 I find that the in-game chat is kind of obnoxious, and more often than not, if I turn it off, I actually have a better experience, because if I find myself looking up to read the chat all the time, maybe there will be one guy who says, oh yeah, they're rushing up the back stairs, but then there will be four other guys who are just like raging with all caps, using the F-bomb. It just is like, it's extremely obnoxious. And I don't know, it kind of makes me wonder about just kind of the nature of people's attitudes towards video games these days. It's almost like these guys have completely forgotten, why they're playing this game. You play a game to have fun. You play a game to enjoy yourself, to, get away with it from whatever you're doing in your life. It can be a fun and enjoyable experience. That's what it's intended to do. It's a game. But yet, these people are just like going ballistic as if like the life is ending because they got dart glitched. And like I'm not trying to say that the dart is okay or that weapon balance is not something you should be concerned with, but I don't know. It just I would encourage people to try to enjoy themselves, and I would love to see the in-game chat actually become, a more, I don't know, happy place. I guess that sounds kind of weird and silly, but I don't know. And because for me to just turn it off, like, then I'm truly just playing by myself, and that sucks. Like playing with other people is awesome, but I don't know. I don't know why you can't have it that way. I don't know why it does. I mean, like I said, I saw it in Counter Strike. I saw the way it could be, um, and you know what? Maybe I do think that part of the thing is, maybe it's a Call of Duty syndrome. Maybe it's just a part of Battlefield 3, and with any time that you engage, this whole notion of custom classes, bringing RPG-ish elements into a first-person shooter. I think it really, I don't know, it kind of lends people to rage in ways that did not happen before. In Counter Strike, everybody had access to the AK or the M4. Everybody had access to the same powerful guns. And the money system in Counter Strike was pretty amazing. But in Battlefield, because you have these custom classes, because you kind of customize your soldier to the ways that you want, it merely puts a toll on balance. And in some ways, when you give people the right to create this class that they think is so awesome, and they're putting all these perks together and these weapons and attachments, and they're creating what they believe is their super soldier, and then they get pooped on by somebody who's using a class that they deem as cheesy or abusing a glitch or some sort, and they kind of get on this high horse and feel as if like it's not the other player that beat them. It's not that the other player was good and beat them. It's because they were using a class that was exploitative. And I don't know. I think maybe that's just an element of when you bring class settings into first-person shooters, that kind of seems like an element that came along with it. So I'm not really sure what the remedy is. Weapon balance becomes really hard, and people get really pissed about it. But in the end, it's still a game. But yeah, overall, those are my thoughts. I still love Battlefield. Just looking to find ways to make it a more enjoyable, more peaceful experience overall. Because like I said, it's a video game. We're all here to have fun and enjoy ourselves. But that's it, guys. I'm going to check out now, go play some more. Hope you're all having a good one, and I'll see you soon.